G-Day is tomorrow, and we are excited. We are going to watch the Georgia Bulldogs play football on TV tomorrow. So that's a thing that if you're not mentally prepared for it now. We play on Saturdays because we're a college football team. We don't play during the week. We don't play spring game on a Thursday night like a poverty program would. What's going to happen at G-Day? Clint and I are going to look into some candles. We might get out the robes. That's all going to happen tonight on the Locked On Bulldogs podcast.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back, Locked On Bulldogs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks for making us the first listen. Loyal third segment listener fans, the 199. We got stuff for you. I gave them, Daniel, yesterday. They had to. I'm not even going to tell you all first segment people what I told third segment yesterday with John.
You got to go back and and join the 199. You got to listen to that third segment. Third segment today. I'm about to wildly speculate about some things in the third segment today.
Third segment is where you go. If you've ever been in the restaurant business, and you serve in the restaurant business, and then there's that bar that serves the after hours servers.
Yes, that's right.
That's the 199.
That's the third segment. That's what happens in the third segment. Whatever's left in the kitchen, we whip it up into some sort of a souffle, and it comes out tasting beautiful every time.
Every time. Today we are talking about G-Day. We're making predictions. And then third segment, we're going to make wild speculations, as Daniel said. And he said, get out the robes tonight. And y'all, if that's not a music video waiting to happen, Locked On Robes at Night.
Lord help us all. Let's start here in terms of G-Day predictions, yes. Clint. Who leads the Georgia Bulldogs? I'm not talking about the red team, the black team. I'm talking about the Georgia Bulldogs. Who leads the Georgia Bulldogs in passing yards at the end of G-Day tomorrow? Let's come out heated right away.
Wow. Daniel said, I'm sorry. I see the caution.
Step aside.
Let's just rip that. Yeah. Daniel, I think it's Gunnar Stockton.
Oh, wow. You think it's Gunnar Stockton is going to lead the team in passing yards tomorrow?
I do.
I think it's Brock Vandagriff. I think Gunnar Stockton's not going to get enough reps to lead the team in passing yards.
I think I'm banking on more.
He needs some home runs.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm going bang for buck. I think Gunnar will have more plays. You get down at the end, you want to empty out barrel. You kind of want to do that last hurrah. I think that's going to be Gunnar's time to come out and start popping some. Where the rest of the time, we're going to start doing balanced, simple stuff. Near the end, it's just like do some go routes and let's huck it up there. That's where my thinking is.
All right, second question. Will Carson Beck throw an interception at G-Day tomorrow?
100%, because we will get back on here. I know this is how the universe works.
Okay. Just for content's sake? You think he listens to the pod and he's just trying to provide content to you boys?
He's just trying to give your boys something to talk about so all y'all can get on here and complain about quarterbacks. It's just the Georgia way. It's just the Georgia way.
Can we get John on here? If we're going to complain about quarterbacks, could we at least get John on here?
John, in fact, loves complaining about quarterbacks.
He does. He'd love to come on and do that. Yeah, he'll probably throw an interception. More interceptions, Carson Beck or Gunnar Stockton and Brock Vandagriff combined?
Ooh. It's going to be combined Stockton and Vandagriff.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Any other passing quarterback-related predictions that we want to make for G-Day?
Yes. How many times does Brock Vandagriff not go through a progression of a read before he tucks it and runs? Over under 4 plays.
4 plays is not very many.
It's not very many.
I'm still going to take the under, though, because I think Brock Vandagriff wants this job. And I think every time he does that, Mike Bobo's just putting a little tick mark on his notepad, on his clipboard. And the column that he's making a tick mark on is reasons to not give Brock Vandagriff the job. So I think the coaches want to see him stand back there and sling it around. We know what he can do with his legs. I don't think the coaches want to see that during G-Day. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see it during G-Day either. So,
if Brock Vandalay Industries, simply and completely is 5 of 6, and he's doing in routes, option routes, throws one ball up, but completes 5 of 6 for 60 yards, I'm happy. And doesn't have one rushing attempt. I'm happy. I'm fine.
Well, I'm not happy with those passing attempts and passing yardage, but I am happy with the no rushing attempts. I just realized, Clint, is this going to be our first opportunity to see Brock Vandagriff export a touchdown? Is this it? Brock Vandalay, Vandalay Industries, famously, we thought was going to export a lot of touchdowns, import a lot of wins. Maybe this is our first opportunity to see that exported touchdown. He is in the exporting business.
That's what he does best.
He wants to stop focusing on the exporting and just focus primarily on the importing.
And if that doesn't work out, Daniel, he can build himself. He could really get after a blueprint of how to build a team up.
He could.
Together.
He could.
Is really what he can get after. Hey, we're going to have more G-Day predictions of what we think is going to happen right after this. But first, Built Bar, Daniel. I don't know if you know anything about Built Bar. I told the fine folks
yesterday. That I'm out. Well, I know that I'm fresh out.
But that wasn't my fault. I confessed to the people. I went searching, didn't find nary a Built Bar.
That's because I ate them all before you arrived, and now I got a bit of a situation.
Well, I gotta solve for your problem, Daniel. Let me solve your problem.
Tell me.
Go to BuiltBar.com, built.com. Get 15% off your entire order.
I love that.
You can get marshmallow, you can get crisp, you can get all them beautiful flavors: chocolate, fruit, brownie. Hello. Get over there right now. 15% off because they're high in fiber, high in protein, low in sugar. They are keto approved diet, on the meal, go replacement, pre-workout, post-workout, during workout. Don't be that guy that leaves it at the gym or that gal that leaves it at the gym. But right now, 15% off using promo code Locked On, the entire order. And this just in, Sam's Club might be having some. I would say go to the Nashville Walmart and pick up some, but
you know.
But I know because I've been there.
But you've been to the Nashville Walmart.
I'm not doing that, even for Built Bar, even though they could probably. That would be the one tempting factor. Built Bar, tastiest protein bar on planet Earth.
Just looking out my window here, looking at a big dark spot on my driveway. I can't figure out what it's all about. All right, Clint. Next prediction for G-Day. Let's go. Who leads the Georgia Bulldogs in receiving yards for G-Day this year? I've got mine, and I'm close to making it a lock.
It's Rah-Rah.
That's not who I have.
It's Rah-Rah.
Daniel, you're going with the new cat, newbie, coming right in off the bus.
I don't even care. He's going to show up, and he's just going to show everybody why he is one of the top 5 SEC wide receivers returning this next year.
Oh, see, I like a little continuity in my pick. I like a little experience in my pick. I like a guy that I think is hungry in my pick.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Dylan Bell. I like a little Dylan Bell in my... I think Dylan Bell might have a big year for the University of Georgia. I think he might put himself firmly right there in the mix of wide receivers at Georgia. Now, I know Dominic and Rah-Rah are both going to be involved in the offense. I know there's guys like Marcus Roseme that's going to be involved in the offense. I know that there are plenty of options. Obviously, Loud McConkey is going to be heavily involved in the offense. But I think Dylan Bell is a guy that is going to assert himself, and I'd love to see him do that at G-Day. Over under, Clint, 1.5 rushing touchdowns by any player at G-Day.
Any one player?
No, any player.
Any player.
Total Over under 1.5 rushing touchdowns in the game by either team.
Yeah, because is Branson still back there running that, toting that rock?
So you're saying they give him one carry and there's a rushing touchdown?
There's the rushing. There it is. There it is. It's fine. It's a touchdown. It's 40 yards.
I mean, I don't know what the fear of injuries is, but you may not give Branson any touches because of the defense.
I would.
And their propensity to be. I wouldn't give him a touch.
No, I'm fine.
I'd be fine. We've seen it. We've seen it. Is TCU on the schedule this year? I'm asking for a friend. Her name is Hannah.
Hey, Hannah, by the way, I apologize for nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, no. So you think there might be a couple rushing touchdowns?
Yes.
We both agree rushing attempts going to be at a minimum in this
minimum. Game. I'm talking 10, maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe 10 total for the entire both sides. It's going to be a lot of quick stuff. It's going to be a lot of slants. It's going to be a lot of quick pops. That they're going to want to work on the timing of that. Simple pass pro, but yeah, not a lot of rushing. Running backs down, as well as it's just not the G-Day just doesn't do that.
Not the time.
No.
Let's talk about this, and let's end here in terms of the G-Day predictions. And this is not really a prediction. We're going to take injuries out of it for this segment. Okay. Just put that wherever.
No, it's fine. It's fine where it's at. You said put injuries, so I'm putting it aside.
Yeah. We're going to set injuries aside. Everybody knows the only outcome that matters at all is no injuries.
Yeah.
So, taking that off the table, G-Day will be a success if Clint Shamblin, and G-Day will be a failure if. Let's hear from you.
G-Day is a success if our pass catchers show out. Because everybody concentrating on the quarterback. Everybody's saying, "Oh, who's it going to be? You know what? I could say this firmly. I don't care. Here's why I don't care.
Okay.
Because we've done this before, first of all. Okay. So why am I going to put all my stock in a quarterback who we've done 2 times, leading us, and both times it hasn't worked out? But if our pass catchers, if Ra comes in, Dominic comes in, if Bowers is him again, if Bell does that thing, then I don't quite care who's slinging it around. We got 3 guys. One of them's going to hit. I'm confident in that. So wild success of our pass catchers, your thing. Wild failure. If the corner position opposite Lassiter is not flashing. I just need some flashes. I don't need it settled. I don't need it completely. I just need somebody opposite that side to flash is all I need. And if it doesn't happen, that's all of a sudden a hole in the defense that wasn't there last year. And if there's a hole, that's where people are going to go to. So that'd be my failure.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't disagree, but I might just view it from the other direction, because that's the thing about these spring games is everything that happens is both good for your team and bad for your team. That's right. It's a good sign and it's a bad sign. And honestly, you're looking at the offense, you're saying questions at quarterback, new wide receivers, all of that is true. I'm going to look at the secondary, and I'm going to say the 2 best players in that secondary are now gone to the NFL, and there's a really inexperienced safety and kind of a question mark at the other spot. Mm-hmm. And there's a corner who's never been that guy on a team before, and a big old question mark opposite him. I think if Georgia comes out and scores 1 million points in this game, that's going to be a failure for me. I'm going to put that down as a loss. Because while I don't question this defense as much as I question the offense, I think if Georgia has a unit that I want to prove it to me, it's the offense. I agree with you on that front. But if there's one position group on the field that I want to prove it to me, it might be the secondary. And so based on the fact that there's going to be a lot of passing in this game, I think it's going to be if Brock Vandegrift and Carson Beck and Gunnar Stockton are just slinging it and moving it up and down the field on this secondary, I think you might be looking at some potential issues in
the robes will be torn.
Yeah, we will rend our garments. That is
That's the technical term. Yes,
that is the technical term. Now, what will make this game a wild success? This game will be a wild success if I get to watch it, because all that matters is that I'm going to be in front of the Georgia Bulldogs, and they're going to be playing on my television set. It's a fantastic time of the year, and so I hope everyone enjoys it. We're coming back in the third segment for the 199, and we're about to speculate.
You know, I haven't interacted with the author of 199 in a hot minute. Is he still on Twitter? I have no idea what he's doing.
I don't get on Twitter.
Well,
so I don't know.
And by the way, you are blessed for it. Just
speaking of people we interacted with, we got to get back on with the Leatherman. We got to get some. We got to get some Leatherman. The Leatherman. We got to get some post G-Day stat analytics. Leatherman. That's what we need. We need a little deep dive post G-Day.
You know what I'll do? Leatherman. I'll put your Twitter out there for everybody. No, I won't do that because you asked us not to.
He specifically is like, please don't talk about it. Please just stop talking about it. Yeah. But he loves leather. He loves the leather.
Okay. Does love leather. By the way, 199 bonfire.com/store/the 199. Get your apparel. Thanks for being
People
here.
on the 199 have been listening every day for years, Clint. We don't have to tell them. We don't have to call them everyday listeners. They already listen every day. That's the thing about them.
They're here.
They're already here.
Okay, here's a speculation. Many of you have seen circulating, and to wild degrees of responsiveness. Okay, so if you're a dog fan and you saw Mike Bobo mic'd up and you felt anything other than joy, like,
you're an idiot.
There it is. That's all.
I don't know what you want me to say. The guy is a gem. He's an absolute gem on the microphone.
He is. I loved every moment of it.
And then he breaks into that old man sprint.
Why do we all sprint like that?
He's just in that grandpa sprint, chasing his grandson down the yard.
The arm pumping is just.
He is. He's out there getting after. Let me just tell you this. Bring in some energy. People like to talk about Todd Monken's play calling ability. Mike Bobo's bringing a little energy, bringing a little heat to the practice. What I noticed in that video, though, Clint, was that Mike Bobo seemed to. I mean, I'll say this. Tiffany was very interested in making sure she put in front of us the clips of Mike Bobo specifically complimenting Gunnar Stockton multiple times.
Here we go. Okay, so where's the give me the
I just don't it's not a tinfoil hat type of situation. It's literally in the video. It's just the only video we have.
It's not speculation at all.
It's straight up facts.
Correct.
Now, that is 1% of the time that he spends talking to the offense, and we just so happen to have seen it. But often reported the connection, Mike Bobo, Gunnar Stockton, this is his guy. This is the guy that he likes. This is the future of the program. By the end of the season, Clint, is Gunnar Stockton the backup on this team?
I've already said this from the get-go. I'm sticking by my guns.
Listen, look at the man stick. Look at him stick.
I'm not moving from this. He's the backup by the end of the season. And it's because he has moved one of the two quarterbacks in front of him into that horrid, vapid hole that is the transfer portal.
That vapid hole. That's... Has there been a YouTube commenter that's called us that specifically? I mean, because if not, YouTube commenters, shame on you.
Shame on you. That was a missed
Alabama fans don't know those words, Clint. They don't know them words. You'd have to get a Michigan man to get somebody to say vapid hole at you. You're never going to get that from an Alabama fan.
I know I said it,
yeah.
but stop saying it.
No, I won't. I'm going to stick by my guns on this one, just as you will. Gunnar Stockton, for a guy that no one's ever seen play any college football at all. I'm excited about tomorrow, by the way. I'm excited to watch Gunnar throw it.
Yes.
But the he's already got that segment of the fan base that just randomly chooses a quarterback and decides they are the best quarterback.
He reeks of that.
He's got that all over him. Yeah. 100%. Which tells me he's never going to play and is going to transfer because for whatever reason, Kirby just hates you all and never wants to play your quarterback. He hates you.
There is this, Kirby has like this side bingo card game with like Lane Kiffin, where
vapid hole is on there, and he just put that tile down.
Where Lane is like, Kirby, you have to win, but I get to choose a quarterback that must be off your team. Okay, he chose Daniels, he chose Dwan. This is going to be one of the three where Lane's just like, I get to choose, and you can't play them. Now go win. And Kirby's like, okay.
I honestly believe that if he didn't love winning so much, Kirby would do things like that out of spite.
100%.
Like just out of spite for ignorant people trying to tell him how to coach football.
100%.
The man reeks of somebody that has zero patience with things like that.
Oh.
I don't know. I think Gunnar Stockton's got a lot of talent. I don't think he's going to really see the field very much at all this year. But if a quarterback does hit that portal, I don't think it's going to be Gunnar Stockton, by the way. I do not think Gunnar Stockton is going to transfer. So if a quarterback hits the portal, then yeah, absolutely. He's going to be the second quarterback. If a quarterback doesn't hit the portal, I don't see him getting really any meaningful snaps this year.
By the way, Daniel, Alabama fan has joined back into the 199 after they went and Googled Vapid, and then they had to Google the other words within the description of Vapid.
Yeah.
And now they're back. So
back in the 199, Alabama fans, congratulations to you. Florida fans, are you here? How did your spring game go?
They're still on their own message boards complaining about Sunbelt Billy.
How did your Thursday nights? They open the season on Thursday night.
Oh,
this is back-to-back Thursday night tilts.
By the way, Daniel,
you're just getting used to it.
Do you know how much I've refreshed the futures? That's going to be an alert on my computer. I need the game line.
Kyle Willingham wants to win that game by 200 points.
Kyle Willingham may bust out his Harley and just donut after the game. All on the field. He don't care.
Do you remember that there was that story about the coach that pretended to be a middle school girl and played on her middle school girls basketball team and scored like 50 points? That's going to be Kyle Willingham. He's going to dye his hair and he's going to put on pads.
Yep.
And he's going to play defensive end for the Utah Utes. He's going to register 19 and a half sacks in that game. Cannot wait for it. Can't wait for the Georgia spring game tomorrow. Georgia fans, enjoy it. If you're going to be in Athens, have the best time.
I can't wait. I mean, we're just talking about it. That's going to be on the bet that you and I do. That game's
that Thursday night will open the season.
We'll open the season. Ooh,
should we create that bet now? Should we just go ahead and create it now? Just so we can start looking at it?
Why don't we just
run it up now?
Okay. Right. We have a bet every single year. We should do have we done that before on the pod where we let the people know about the bet?
Live picks. Pick. Third sounds like a third segment to me.
That's a 199 right there. That's a 199
segment.
Yeah,
you like that.
This has been Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. We'll be back next week. See y'all then.
See ya.